Good evening, everyone. Okay, so again, we're going to do some more Puzzle Rush here. Um, so I love Puzzle Rush. Puzzle Rush is a great training tool on chess.com for those of you who have profiles there. And even if you don't, you can certainly sign up. To sign up is free, although the Puzzle Rush, you will be limited in the amount that you can do per day. But many of my training videos will be dealing with Puzzle Rush and how we can improve our tactics through it. So let's get started. We're going to get 5 minutes. 5 minutes, you know the drill if you've done this before. It is a strike count. So once we get 3 wrong, we get 3 strikes and it's over. So our goal here is to get 100% accuracy here and see how many we can get in 5 minutes. Right now, today, my highest is 20. My all-time high is 22. Let's see if I can beat it. Amongst my friends here, as you can see, I am tied for last of my friends who have done it today. So let's see if we can. Let's see what we can do. Now, in the first few of these, what we'll do is I'm going to take it a little slow and to explain some of the ideas for those of my students who are a little bit newer to it, and then we'll go for speed as we move ahead. So let's start this and let's see how we do it. All right. Okay, here we have. Let's see. We have a fork here, knight fork on c2. I hope you can see this. This knight will play to c2, forking and winning the queen. Okay, this one, it looks like we have a hanging piece on f4, a hanging bishop. I think we can just take the bishop. I'm looking for a stronger move, but I think this is the move here. Knight takes bishop here. In this position, white to move. It looks like this king could be in a checkmating pattern after rook plays here. Let me just double check. Yeah, because the pawn will be defended, the knight's defended. All the squares are taken. It's safe here. That is a checkmate. Okay, here in this position we may have a hanging knight here. It looks like it's undefended. Let me just look for a stronger move. When you see a good move, you always want to look for a stronger one. But I believe that's the move. Okay, here in this position looks like we have a checkmate in one move with the queen here. Notice that the rook is also covering the square as well, but going with the rook would not be a checkmate. Going with the queen will be a checkmate. So here it looks like in this one we have a queen attack here on this rook, and it will lead to checkmate shortly. Yeah, the rook will have to come back, and we'll have to extricate the queen or get her out of the way. I think just moving back here with check would be sufficient. Okay, in this position, I would like to take this bishop here, but it's defended by the pawn. This is a little tougher. Rook here, nope. Bishop back. Where do I want to move the... Ooh, there we go. If I pull the bishop back to c8, we would be attacking the bishop here. But I'm not sure if that's strong enough move. This rook here is in a little bit of an awkward spot. The pawn is pinned. If it goes up, then the rook will take the queen. So this is not an alternative here. I'm having some trouble with this one. I'm not sure why. What am I missing? Oh, here we are. I'm missing this. Queen fork here on the rook, and now we win the rook. So having that rook on that square was a key move. It looks like here we have a fork. Pawn fork here, attacking the bishop and the knight at the same time. He would have to go in with the knight, and we would win the exchange, I think. So let's give that a shot. Here bishop goes back. and so we take the knight. Here it looks like we have a check here on the queen on this diagonal, and that rook is undefended. And the king cannot go back to defend it. So this may be a win. Throwing the knight in the way would lead to its loss. So I think this is the right move. King goes over and queen takes rook. Okay, my queen's under attack here, so we may have to move her, but we may have a weak black king here. Let's see. We could move the queen over here with check and allow a knight fork afterwards if the king goes into the corner. If the king comes out, I'm not sure, but we still would save our queen here. So I think saving our queen with check would be the best move. The king goes here. This is where I'm stuck. What do I want to do? I would love to be able to checkmate on f7, but the queen is defending there. Maybe bringing the knight out here. Oh yeah, knight forks here will force the win of the exchange here. Alright, I've got 20 seconds. Let me see if I can get a few more in. Queen's under attack, so I think queen here will fork the king and this undefended rook, and so we would be able to win the rook here. Okay, next one. My queen's under attack, but I think we can do... Okay, so that was it. I got 11. That was fun. That was fun. I got 11. We got them all right, so no strikes. Very good. That was our goal. Let's look at this last one here, though, momentarily, and see what we could have done here. Okay. Because oops, let me play it here. Let me see if we have the same. Yeah, let's go. Oh, cool. All right. See if we play it here. My queen is under attack, so I want to figure out the right way here. I can't sacrifice. If I sacrifice the queen, the rook would come over and take, and then the rook would come down and check on the king, and the king would have a few options, or the knight could even jump in the way here. So I would give up a queen. I don't think I'd have an immediate mating attack. So let's try something else. We have pawn advance here, attacking the queen. Seems to be adequately defended. But I've got to get my queen out of here. This one's a little bit harder. They get progressively harder as we go through. Let me see, what am I missing here? What am I missing? I'm imagining now the sack here. After the exchanges, king is exchanged. Oh, if the king plays forward, I may have bishop to... Ah, okay. I haven't considered this bishop move here along this diagonal. I think black would be in a lot of trouble here. Black would be in a world of hurt. How would he defend? How would he defend against this? Yeah, I just missed. See, I was focused on my queen. I was focused on my queen and the rook and complicating matters when the idea was just this bishop to c3. Something simple. Checkmate in one move. Black has no way of blocking this, blocking that checkmate. Alright, let's go back. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, folks. That was round 1 of Puzzle Rush. Let's play again. Let's try to speed it up a little bit now. We got ourselves a little warm up. Let's see if we can improve on 11 for this next one. Let's play again. Okay, queen is attacking me. How dare you? But we have a fork here. But we just have a hanging queen too. I think that's the answer. We have a back rank checkmate, I think. Yep, queen will block, and then we will do that. Let's see, white to move. He goes to stop my pawn. But what about rook here? Huh. Interesting. Oh, it's just a hanging rook. Hanging rook. Bishop takes rook. Okay. Here looks like a checkmate in one with this rook playing here. White king has nowhere to go. Here looks like a corridor mate with this rook here. Black king has nowhere to go. It looks like another back rank checkmate. This back rank here, white's back rank is completely weak. And so I think we can just play rook here check. Knight drops in the way, and then we checkmate. Queen goes in the way, but we're just winning a lot of material here. That is a win. Bishop along the open diagonal. Rook working together. That leads to a basic checkmating pattern. Okay, here we go. This king is mightily weak. I have a knight that can come in and take a rook, but I'm looking at something a little bit stronger. Perhaps maybe bringing in another piece, because black is attacking my rook here. That's mean, man. What about knight takes rook, and then bishop takes rook, queen takes bishop, and now I'm going to threaten a checkmate, but rook takes knight, and now bye-bye checkmates. So we may have to prepare the checkmate, maybe by bishop plays here maybe, and then if bishop takes, queen takes in the corner. Well, this is taking me a long time. I'm kind of stuck here. Huh. Knight takes. Wow. I am really having a hard time with this one. Maybe even queen to b3 might be an idea. But I think I'm overthinking this one at this point. Okay. We can go for the material, or we can go for the mate. Let's go for the mate. Okay, I got it wrong. It's alright. Usually if I have to think that long on one, I know I'm getting it wrong. I have a queen move. Queen check, and then checkmate. Let's do it. Queen checks. King goes into the corner, and then queen checkmates because the knight is defending the queen. Okay. Rook is attacking, but that's okay. I think I have a checkmate here. I might have a checkmate, because the king's going to come into the side here, and then how do I checkmate here? I go this way. I can prep the checkmate with bishop here and then queen here. Or I can go with the queen here first. So queen first, king there, bishop plays here. There was no need to prep because it was all forced. Okay, I have a rook here, ideas, leading to a possible checkmate. This leads to checkmate. We don't want to take the bishop. It is a free bishop, but we have a checkmate. We do have a skewer here. I don't see a stronger move, and I want to beat the. I want to beat my score. So let's see if I can get one more in 30 seconds. We have a hanging bishop here. Yeah, it's with check, so I have a move to get my queen out of the way. So check here, king gets out of the way, and then I think queen can just take here. Wow, how do I get my king out of here? My rook out of here. Wow. I'm gonna miss it. I just move out of the way. I missed it. I went to the wrong square. Oh wow. Okay. I had a little bit more of a tough time on this round, the second round. Let me see what happened here. So what did I miss here? Okay, so rook takes bishop, king back, queen takes. Ah, I could also play queen here. I think that defends as well. And that was the answer. Okay, so I was more concerned with moving my rook and not concerned with how to defend it. And so that would have defended and threatened checkmate in one. Alright, there we go. Let's go back and look at this one that I missed earlier. I really had a hard time with this one, and it took me a while. Typically what happens when we study tactics, if we don't recognize a particular pattern, it will be difficult to find the solution. So this must be a pattern that I'm not quite familiar with. So if knight takes, that was the other candidate move. Yeah, knight takes was the answer. And let me go into the, well, no, I'm not going to go into the analysis right now, but if you can imagine, bishop takes rook, queen takes rook, then rook takes knight is an even exchange. So I'm not quite sure why that was the given line. I went for checkmate. And there's no immediate checkmate here either. So, either way, I don't like the problem, but it happens. I have done so many of these puzzle rush problems that occasionally you'll find one that's you're just kind of shaking your head about. Okay, so let's look at this last one. I didn't have time to do it, but I will still solve it here. My bishop was under attack. And it looks like this knight here is undefended with a discovery rook. So if I start with bishop takes, the queen retakes, and then rook takes here, I'm up a piece. So that was the answer. All right. Good job. Alrighty, so we weren't able to get an extra 12 on that one. I was shooting for 12, but that is okay. We're gonna do one more round. Let's do one more round at learning speed, what I like to say, and then we will start moving towards doing some for speed. So we'll see a little bit more patterns, and then we can always go back over. So let's try next round. Let's do it. Okay, I'm black here. Do I have a back rank checkmate? I have a back rank checkmate with the rook here because the knight is covering the escape squares, so the bishop has to drop back, and there is a checkmate there. It looks like we have a hanging bishop, and checkmate soon to follow. Let's see, bishop here, and then the king will move, and then either the bishop, I think the bishop drops back. Okay, it's not going to let me do that, but check. Black to move, I am in check. So let me think here. If I take the queen, the rook comes down. It's just winning. It's just winning. My queen is under fire, but I think I can just take here with check, and all is well in the neighborhood. Here we have a hanging bishop in the center of the board. Very good. Queen here. I'd like to start taking material here. Can't do it right away, but I think I can start with queen here. And there's just no coordination in these black pieces. There's just no coordination. So knight throws himself first, and then we're going to win material here. The knight is hanging, but always watch out because you don't want to do this because you have a checkmate in one. Much stronger move. There's a checkmate here with the knight and the queen working together. It looks like here, oh yeah, king's side is weakened here along this diagonal, and so the queen can just come in here and issue a very nice checkmate after we exchange a few pieces. The king is out in the open, but I think we can bring in the knight. Yep, let's bring in the knight, and we have a checkmate. Hanging bishop, I think we lose a piece here. I'm looking for a stronger move. Because the knight will retake, but the queen is right behind. I don't see a stronger move. Okay, looks like black is going to get checkmated here, but the knight's going to drop back. What happens when the knight drops back? Ah, the pawn comes forward. Okay, very nice. Or the queen comes in. Oh no, the queen is defending. So yeah, it is the pawn. Okay, so rook here, check. Knight drops, back. Pawn goes forward, and it's over. It's game over for black. Okay. Let's see. We have a hanging knight. I think we just have a hanging knight here. Hanging knight. Bishop takes and then queen takes. Okay, so I broke my daily record here. Okay, the bishop can drop back here. Or we can force the king forward. Well, no, the king is going to get checkmated, I think, here. King gets checkmated there. Okay. We can attack the queen. We can attack the back rank. Nope. Where does the queen go? Oh, the bishop. Yeah, attack the queen, win the bishop. And then win the bishop. If I move this way, I lose my knight. So, but if I play here, I think I can checkmate. No, I can't checkmate right away, because the king will go this way. Knight can take with check. Can the queen attack this way? Maybe. Check there. And now the queen plays here. Yeah, but the bishop will drop in the way. And then what? If I play here, the king gets out. Oh, but I can checkmate here on h6, I think. Check, and then here. Yeah, he's out in the open. Now what? Okay, here? Yeah, there we are. That was a 5-move checkmate, I think. Wow. Okay. It happens. It happens, folks. It happens. I watched 5 seconds here, so I'm just going to go with it. And then knight here. Nope. I was going to get it wrong. Nope. Okay. So, there we go. Oh, another round of Puzzle Rush. Let's look at this last one. Why did I get that wrong? Because the rook just takes. So let's try that one again. I got the first move right, but I didn't get the second one right. Okay, let's play it. Mate in 2. So what did I miss? Queen here, and then king over, and oh, the other knight. The other knight. There we go. Checkmate. Yeah, you don't want your king in front of your army like that. It's going to get checkmated. Alright, folks. So we've done now 3 rounds of Puzzle Rush. 15, 11, and 11. 15 and 22. So we've seen 37 problems of tactics in a very short period of time. Thank you for joining me so far. I'm having a good time. I hope that we are learning as well. I welcome any of your feedback. I really want to make my videos more instructive as we go through. And Puzzle Rush is one of the best ways that I've seen on chess.com recently, because we get a chance to go through a lot of really basic tactics. Basic checkmates, checkmates in 1, checkmates in 2, back rank checkmates, knight forks, pawn forks, bishop forks, double checks. You get to see the entirety of all the basic chess tactics, and all of them are right there. And so by going through these with me, you're able to learn and observe in a good pace. So now this one we'll go for speed. The commentary, there won't be as much, but let's see how well we can do. Let's go for speed and high accuracy. Here we go. Alrighty. just a hanging piece. Checkmate at 1. Just take the bishop. Take the pawn, we have a winning endgame. I'm in check. Just take the knight. He's going to give me the queen. Just take the queen. Yeah, don't give me free pieces. I will take them every time. This is a checkmate. Queen and bishop. Oh, no, 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 no. Not that square. This square. There you go. Always be sure you're watching. I have a hanging rook here. So check and take the rook. Bishop here. A knight hanging here. Everything's just hanging. But I have a fork. Knight fork. Take the bishop, take the queen. With fork check, and everything's dropping. There's a fork here, but this bishop's hanging. It's okay, I get it back here with a check. Bam. And then take the knight. Looks like we're going to have a checkmate here. Very fast. So let's start with the check here. He goes there. Checkmate there. Just advance. He advances. I queen. He takes the queen. I think I just win here. Do it. If I blockade, he defends. So I queen first. He queens and then I take the queen. Yeah, that was a loss for him. There's a discovery here. So take here with the discovery check. He moves over. We win the queen, or can we checkmate? Let me double check here. If I check, yeah, he takes the rook, so I have to take the queen. Okay, just have to double check. You get tricked. We can get tricked here. The queen's kind of weird. Hanging knight. Hanging knight. Queen here, bishop. Checkmate. Rook. But then he's going to go over in the corner. That's okay. Check into the corner. We have discoveries. We have a discovery. Check here. Yeah. Let's see. I can hit the queen, but pawn takes, queen is going to escape. What's going on this side of the board? Is this queen trapped? I think the queen is trapped. Bishop here? Where does the queen go? I don't know. Queen here. Does the king get checkmated there? No, because he can still go back. Ooh, what about this way? And now we win the exchange, or we win the game. Oh no, I missed it! I missed it! What did I do? Oh no. Let it go. I got a new problem. Bishop here. Yeah, it looks like this is going to win material. That wins some material. Okay. Bishop. Bishop. That knight is pinned against the rook. The bishop controls the entire diagonal. So let's hit the knight. It moves and we win the exchange. Okay. Queen's awkward. Let's see. Here. The queen's squares are gone. Except that square. I can fork here, but that won't work. I'm running out of time. I can check. That's all I wanted, just a check. Okay. Hit the queen. Yeah, I wasn't going to get it. Okay, 19. 19. We almost got to 20. My daily best. We almost did it. We almost did it, folks. Okay, I got one wrong. Let's go back and see what happened here. Let's see what happened. I played the rook forward. Maybe that was a little too ambitious. Here, king forward. And I played rook to d5, and that was the wrong move. Why was that the wrong move? Because I have a checkmate here? Because I have the queen checkmate. Yeah. One of our basic rules is to bring all of our pieces into the attack, and sometimes, though, bringing too many pieces will not yield you results. In a tournament game, that move would have won, because you're forcing the queen to take, and so you're up a significant amount of material, but why drag it out when you can just checkmate in one move? There you go, checkmate in one move. I missed it. Okay. And then this last one, we ran out of time, but let's see. Because it was taking me some time to figure this out. Okay. So, let's see, this queen, is she trapped? It doesn't look like she's trapped. Ah, but this pawn is pinned. So, we can just win the piece here. We can just win the exchange here. Yeah, take there, queen takes, pawn, queen takes, pawn takes, and then rook takes here. This is winning the exchange. Actually, we're up an entire piece here. So, there we go. There we go. Not enough time to get it. Okay. Can we try one more time? I think we can. Alright, I think we can try to beat the 20 score. I almost did it. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, in some of these, yes, I was moving some pieces, pre-moving. But let's see if we can break 20. Break 20. Think I can do it? Do you think I can do it? Let's see. Okay, do it. Okay, background checkmate. I gotta go in with this rook. Checkmate. Checkmate. If I go in with the rook, or go in with the queen? Going with the queen. Oh, I'm in check. Darn. So move the king out of the way. Just take the queen. Checkmate. Win the exchange. Win the exchange. Oh. Sacrifice. Huh. Yeah. Or just winning material. Black to move. I want to go with the rook there because the queen is covering a flight square. Oh wow. Where does my bishop go? Take the queen. But I don't win. Huh. Oh darn. This is a hard one. I can take the queen, but we're just going to exchange queens. Is there something stronger? I can't bring the rook. That's going to lead to me getting checkmated. Queen here, here, no. Wow. Okay, we gotta move. Now what? Rook over? Yeah, rook over leads to checkmate. Okay. Okay, I missed it. I didn't see it. Ah! This is gonna be leading to checkmate. Ah! I burned so much time on the last one. This is gonna lead to checkmate, I think. Yeah, who cares? I can go this way. Yeah, and then here. Okay. I burned so much time. Ooh, this is take, and we're up material. If I take, he takes, and then I check. Where can I check from? I can check from here. He goes there, I check from here, and I win everything. Okay. I need to clear my knight. Where do I clear my knight to? Here? Yeah, check, he goes here, and I go here. I may not make it, but I'm gonna try. Let's remove the defender, and then we win a piece here. My queen's under attack. I got 27 seconds. Don't worry about the time. Check here, and then we win here with check, and then we get the queen out of there. I'm going to drop that bishop. So what does it want me to do? Just take the rook? Nope. Okay. Wow. Okay, 17. We burned a lot of time on one of those. Alright. Burned a lot of time. This one we didn't finish. Let me, Puzzle Rush. You played a Puzzle Rush 100 times, guys! 100 times Puzzle Rush! Wow! I think my average Puzzle Rush score is like 15, so 100 times 15 is 1,500 Puzzle Rush problems. Wow! What an achievement. Wow! 100 times Puzzle Rush. Wow, I'm just going to leave this right here for a second. Wow! I lost track. I'm glad someone's keeping track, right? 100 times Puzzle Rush. Very good. We're going to push for 200. Let's see how long it takes me. We're going for 200. Go on for 200. I'll do it live. Okay, so let's go back to this one because I ran out of time. I didn't finish it. Bishop takes knight. Bishop takes bishop. Now I can't simply just retake because I'm going to lose the exchange. So let me double check everything here. Wow, if I take, I only have one attacker. He's got two defenders. So I need a stronger move. Where's my stronger move? I don't see a stronger move. Queen can't take there. Well, the bishop is pinned. So I could hit the bishop. Pawn takes. And yeah, the bishop is now lost. Yeah. So if you can't win it, pin it. And then win it. That's the mantra. You can't win it, then pin it. And then win it. Pin it and win it. There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now the one I got wrong. What happened? My queen's under attack. Now here, I think I just took the bishop, and that was wrong. So let's see, what did I miss here? What did I miss? Oh, no. It was queen check first, and and then queen here, and then rook came back to block, and I took the rook. Yeah. I gotta get my queen out of there. So yeah, the only other thing is just to get the queen out of there. Can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. Have to go here or here. But then I lose my bishop. So, I have to find the right way. I have to find the right way here. Or maybe just give up the queen? Oh, no. Just take the pawn here. Queen takes. And I can still just continue winning material by taking here. I'm already up. I'm already up the exchange. So let's go here. Yeah, just take there. I mean, queen can still take my bishop. But like I said, I can still continue taking a bunch of other pieces. Alright. Alright, that was a little bit of a hard one. A little tough one, but it's alright. Alright, let's switch gears here. Let's go to tactics. Let's do some tactics. So Puzzle Rush, we did pretty well. I got pretty high here on the... Didn't beat my all-time high, but that's okay. Let's now, for the next couple minutes, let's do some tactics. And see what other things we can do, what other things we can learn. I've been doing several of these tactics today. It looks like I've done 21 tactics today. I like to maintain a really high ratio, and I would recommend to all my students that decide to do any kind of tactics training online, you definitely want to watch your percentage here. You can see that I have a, let me see if I can highlight it. There. I have a 70% pass rating on the amount of problems that I've passed. And my losses here are 30%. So I have a higher number of passed versus failed problems, and that's what you want. I have a lot of attempts here. This is, of course, I for a long time I didn't really do tactics training online, and so this is why this number is really low. You see a lot of other players online that have thousands and thousands, some of them 10,000s of attempts, but their pass and fail ratio is about 50%, or they're failing more than they're passing. You want a high percentage. That's the goal. So we want to shoot for accuracy here. And so let's go. We're not concerned with speed, right? Puzzle Rush is about speed. These are about accuracy. We want to get them right. And of course, because of I've worked my my rating up to 1703, some of these are going to be a little hard. So let's start. I think I have a checkmate in one here. I have a checkmate in one with the queen on this square, but my bishop is in the way, you can see. I can move the bishop out of the way with a threat here on the queen. I could take the rook, yes, but then it would give my opponent the ability to defend with a move. Here, by attacking the queen when he defends the mate, I would just take the queen. That's good. I like that. He has to defend the checkmate. Let's take the queen, or we can take the bishop, maintaining the threat, and then take the queen. So let's do that. Let's maintain the threat. The knight comes back, now defending everything. I can take the knight, resuming the checkmate threat. I lose the queen, so no more queen. Or I can take my profits and run. I can play queen takes, right? I can play queen takes check, knight takes, and then bishop takes, and then rook takes, and then bishop takes, and then king takes. I don't think I win there, but I'll just take the knight. That seems easy enough. Very good. We got it right. Um, and the idea here is that black's just down a bunch of material. I'm sorry, white is down a bunch of material. And how do we stop the checkmate without losing even more material? Um, all right, good job. That rating 1910 on that problem. And see the pass rate here on this problem is 40, almost 44%. That means that 44% are getting it correct, which means 56% are getting it wrong. So that's why it has such a high rating on this problem here. Um, so, okay. Oh, it looks like I got one wrong here. I got that one wrong earlier today, but getting a lot right. Okay, okay. High accuracy. We're shooting high accuracy. All right, let's go. Next one. Ooh, endgame. Queen, endgame. I'm in check. So the idea here is to get the right one. I think we just throw the queen in the way. Force the queens off the board here with a check because the black king's in check, and if the black king moves, then I win the black king moves here out of check. I win the queen. So here this forces the queens off the board, and then we get into a winning king and pawn endgame. This is a winning king and pawn endgame. Because when the black king tries to advance forward and advance his own pawn, my pawn is going to go forward, and queen. If his king goes back to stop my advance past pawn, then my white king will come and take his pawn and advance the other pawn. So this is a winning endgame for white. It is all a matter of technique. Okay, let's do a couple more. Okay, bishop is pinning my knight. That's annoying. But it's okay. The black king is really weak here. All these squares here around the king are weak. My bishop is already here on this side, and my knight's within striking distance. So is my queen. All these lines are open. I think we're starting with the queen, though. I think that starts the tactics. That's going to force the king. My queen's going to play here. That's going to force the king forward. The queen's then going to play here with check. The king's going to play here. And then my knight's going to come in and finish the day. I believe so. Or the queen's going to come in, or the queen's going to checkmate on this square. Yeah, so let's do it. Queen here. King moves forward. Queen here. Check. Oh no! What did I do? That looks like a winning attack to me. Hello? That's a win. Okay, I missed it. What did I miss? Did I miss a checkmate in one? I think I missed a checkmate in one. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, okay, because the king just comes back. Okay, let's go back. I gotta check this. Okay. No, I don't need computer analysis here. Here, king here, queen here. King here, I check here. Yeah, he comes back, then I check, and then he just goes back here. And we have the same thing. But this takes longer. Okay. Still a win. But it just takes longer. I see. Ah, I lost rating on that one. That's what I get. But knight here wins immediately. Because we don't let the king come here. He's got to come back. And then checkmate. Okay. That's a faster line. Okay. Okay. I stand corrected. I got it wrong. Went too fast. Okay. How many rating did I lose? Yeah, I lost a couple points. No worries, no worries. We'll get him back on this next one. We'll get him back. Weak back rank. My knight's under attack. I can take his bishop. But what about the queen? This queen's kind of awkward. This queen's rather awkward. Knight takes. Queen takes. Rook checks. Nope. My rook's under attack. I can counterattack. But I don't solve the problem with my rook. Okay. So let's look. Knight takes, queen takes, and then the pawn is going to be pinned. Well, yeah, but I can just go and win a pawn. That's the whole point of the problem, win a pawn. We can win pawns all day long. But let's see, I like this knight takes move. What about knight here? Bishop takes, queen takes, or rook takes, even better. I mean, I definitely have to deal with that bishop. This one's a little bit harder. Just because there's no... I have to evaluate the position after the exchange of pieces. In over-the-board chess, one of the things that I see a lot with beginners is you're just going to trade pieces and not evaluate the situation afterwards. But here, what is the significance of the queen on f4? Oh, wow. I'm not seeing this. I'm not seeing here, but it's okay. Let's take our time. Let's look at some other ideas. It's queen to d4, but I lose my knight. That's the main threat. I have to deal with the knight somehow. Knight comes back, and then the bishop takes the rook. So we have to take the bishop. Yeah, wow. I missed it. Alright, what did I miss? So I either missed a checkmate, or I missed an attack of the queen. Huh. But if I attack the queen here, the queen can play here, and then he's got checkmate attacks. And then how do I deal with those? So I really messed this one up. Queen takes. Okay, bishop then would take the rook, and then queen will take this rook with check. And then I take the bishop. I would win. Yeah, I would win material here. Okay, this was it. Yeah, that was the problem. Yeah, that wins material. That wins the material. Okay. Alright. Alright, I missed 2 in a row. That's not good. Alright, my rating's back below 1699. This is not good. Not good. But let's see. I do have a rook here, attacking that queen. Where would the queen go? Should go here. What about knight here? That would fork the queen and the rook. Where would the queen go? She'd be stuck. She'd have to retreat, and we'd win the exchange over here. What am I missing? If knight here, he does have knight here, check. So that's probably the bigger threat. So knight here, check. King plays over, queen plays down, and then rook plays down. Oh, the queen can't play down. The knight's on f7. Wow. But the rook, this rook can play down. No, he can't because the queen's here. Wow, okay. I have to look at everything after queen, rook here, knight here. I think he just has one check. He just gets one check with the knight on f6. One check, the king plays over. The rook can't play. Ah, he can deflect. He can deflect the rook. But no, but the queen will take. The queen will take. He's going to lose all kinds of material. Because he has to keep up the pressure in order to save one of his pieces, either the queen or the rook, and he's not going to have enough time to save them both. He only gets one check, and after the knight plays here, he can check here or here. I don't think that'll be enough. Rook here will attack, but then queen checks here. There's losing material. Yeah, let's try it. Knight checks, king here only move. Now knight there. Okay. So I have another check. This is going to deflect the king off from the rook. Like if I play over, then queen takes rook. And then what? Queen can't take rook, because then queen will take my knight. And I've lost the exchange. But if I play king this way, what does he have? Knight back with check? We're going to get a draw. Do I want to draw? Do I want to take? Oh, I do take. Take knight, rook takes queen, and then knight takes queen. Ah, I do take it. I do take it. That wins. Can he save his queen? He saves his queen, I take his rook. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. What was that? So we get a perpetual here? We give him a perpetual. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like that problem at all. Alright, what did I miss? What did I miss, my people? Yeah, it's all equality. It's all equality. So yeah, I wasn't playing to win here. I was playing to keep it even. King G8, Knight F6, check, King F8. Yeah, we're just gonna repeat moves. King Knight D7. If King plays here, then we're just repeating moves. If he tries Rook to D7, Black's gonna win by taking the Queen, and you're just down the exchanges. You're just down an exchange here. Yeah. Okay. Running away with the Rook. Take the Queen, take the pawn. Queen gets out of the way. You give back the Rook, but yeah, a Rook and a Knight against a Queen is just not gonna win. We cannot take because of knight checks. Queen c8 and then Black is winning. Yeah, this one was a really hard one. I don't know if it was a 1200 rating problem. That's a little suspicious there. Pass rate is 3.9%. Oh my god. Okay, so this looks like it's a newbie problem. This is a newbie problem. So it hasn't had the time to go through the gauntlet. I'm sure the rating on this one will go up a lot more. Wow. Wow, that was a toughie. Some of these are a little tough. Okay, so rook takes, knight forks, and yeah, black just goes for the draw. Okay, I have to try a couple more. We've got to get my rating back up. This is embarrassing, people. This is embarrassing. How am I gonna do this? Queen can play there. Nope. Turn off the music here. We can check. Force the king back. And then checkmate him. I can also play queen here, forcing the king forward, and then queen will play here. And the king will be in a mating net, because the king will have to play here. And it'll be in a mating net. Let's see. I can also move the knight out to check. But I'm going to force the king back into these squares where I really can't attack him. Probably here. And now I've lost coordination. So yeah, I think queen here maintains some coordination on the dark squares. Yeah, here we maintain coordination on the dark squares with the queen and the bishop. And the pawns can come forward once the king is flushed out. Deliver checkmate. Let's try it. I like it. Yeah, that was it. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, and the king's gonna get flushed out. Let me show that line since it ended here. Here, king takes. Oops, king takes. Queen takes. King's got to only move here. And now we have a mate in 3, starting with a4. Check. King a6. Queen c6. Check. And then checkmate. We can do it with the queen. We can go with the pawn. Or we can go with the bishop. Oh, they're all pretty. Let's do it with the pawns. We love it when pawns checkmate. So that was the forced line here. You had to see it in order to understand this. That you had to give up the knight. You had to see that line. Okay. Let's go forward. Ah, rook and pawn endgame. Black to move. Black to move. Okay, so they flipped the board around. So the white pawns are coming this way on the board. The black pawns are going this way. Ooh, here we go. I could try to promote. But he does have some checks here and here. Or he can just play here, stopping the pawn. But then I can play here and stop the rook. I think here I have to advance the pawn. And let the checks fall where they may. Because from here he can't stop my passed pawn checking that way. I think the pawn just needs to advance. And then here, the rook can defend here, but then I can't promote. So I have to go this way. And alright, I'm back up. Oh, that is not a 1973 problem. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, it's not that hard. But rook endgame here, because now the rooks have to exchange. Okay, let's look at it here. Yeah, e2. Rook has to play over to stop the pawn, and then here, now the rook, if the rook tries to take the pawn, then my rook takes here, and we're in a winning endgame. If the rook takes here, the king takes here, and now the pawn's going to promote. We just don't have time. We can have a check, but okay. This pawn, you're going to need 1, 2, 3, and then 4 moves to promote here. I only need 1 move to promote, and so it's a win for black. Let's go back. Yeah. Defending this way doesn't work because, again, see now the pendulum now swings to white because we can't promote now with the rook taking. So the rook can. Well, can we continue pushing pawns? Maybe we can continue pushing the pawn or push this pawn. We've got a lot of everything wins here. Rook d5 wins, b6 wins, f5 wins. Everything wins because black can no longer push the pawn. This rook is too passive. So the right way forward was rook here. That was the right way. Okay. Very good. Wow. Oof. Okay, I'm back over 1707. Alright, here we go. Well, I can't go. Let's see. I've gotten 4 right, 3 wrong. Let's do one more. I'll take my chances. Let's do one more. And see how it goes. Ooh. Okay, the king looks rather vulnerable here. He looks kind of jammed in here. We do have a hanging bishop. Oh no, never mind. Defended by the rook. Bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, so we have a rook here going this way. Another rook can come into attack here. The queen on this diagonal. I would love to be able to get my bishop attacking on these dark squares. But he seems like he's too far away. So, I mean, this rook is a little awkward. I won't lie. These pieces are all trapped back here. This is why we want to develop our pieces. They're not going to be involved. Huh. Do I have sacrifices? I may. No, we just don't have enough firepower there. Even with the other rook in. Which one of my pieces is not doing anything? I can hit the rook. Where is the rook going to go? The rook is almost trapped. If I hit the rook would have to play here or here. But then the bishop could come in with tempo on the rook. But not if the rook goes into the corner. The rook goes all the way to the side. I don't know how we'll get him there. That looks like a good move. G6 is a candidate move. Oh, yeah. So hit the rook and then the bishop falls. Remove the defender. Yeah. Yeah, the rook has to go there. Now bye-bye bishop. Yeah. That took me way too long. Yeah, that took me way too long. Remove the defender. Yeah. Alrighty. So we leave on a positive note here. My rating is over 1712. But I hope you enjoyed this training session working some tactics. For those of you that are my students, you will get more tactics trainings as we go through. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, thank you so much. Again, this is Coach Aaron with Complete Chess, one of our tactics training videos. Um, we're going to have many events and tournaments and lectures and all these things working for the New Braunfels area and into the Comal School District. We're really excited for all those things that are going on, and definitely check out CompleteChessEducation.com for that. The link will be in the bio, and also keep in touch. Keep in touch with our email list. You will already, if you're already receiving this video, you're already going to be on our email list. So you will be in touch with all of the things. But feel free at any time to go to our website and drop us a line. We'll definitely get back with you with questions and suggestions. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. And thank you so much.